Remember that Canada is one country that would allow you visit, and, change your visitor's visa to a work permit. This country also does the same. I bring you Lithuania. Hello, folks. This is your one and only WKa&x doctor. Always bring you the best gist when it comes to moving abroad. Everything that I share on this channel has to do with living, moving, and working abroad as well. A few things before I share today's juicy gist. Number one is to say that I am not on Telegram and I'm not on WhatsApp, so you cannot find me on these platforms. If you do find anybody in the comment section saying, contact me through WhatsApp or contact me through Telegram, please, it is not me. Secondly, a few months ago, I have a book released. I had a book released, the book titled Move Abroad by Force. The idea behind this book is to ensure that people who want to move abroad on their own can simply read this book and follow it step by step and do it all on their own. The book is very affordable, and if you want to get a copy of the book, all you need to do is check the description box of this video and you'll be able to find the link that will take you to the spot where you can purchase the book. If you also want to contact me and you're looking to reach me, all you need to do is get to the description box of this video and you would find how to contact me as well. Okay, let's get to this fantastic video. A lot of people have always asked me, WKa&x doctor, why do you talk about, going abroad to school, going abroad, just school. The truth is this: the academic pathway is the easiest pathway to move abroad, but that notwithstanding, you can still find jobs abroad. You can go using your career. You can go using your jobs and your skill if you have one. And there are several countries across the world that would give you this opportunity. But this one is not often talked about. Remember that Canada is one country that would allow you visit, and, change your visitor's visa to a work permit. This country also does the same. I bring you Lithuania. Lithuania allows you convert visitor's visa to work permit, and there are 3 different routes we're going to discuss today. As always, I usually would bring a guest who can come and share their expertise and tell us how to navigate these things better. All right, I have my very good friend here. She's going to introduce herself and get right into it. Hello, how are you?
Hi, WKa&x doctor. Thanks so much for having me.
It's always a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
The last video we had together, I was so almost deciding not to bring you back again, because the last video we did, people just went on commenting, she's beautiful. No, they've never told me an answer. Never. Nobody has commented and said, WKa&x doctor is handsome, or, oh, WKa&x doctor, you are looking sharp today. No. But I had several comments going, she's beautiful. I said, these people are losing focus. They are losing focus.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to bring you on my channel so my viewers can tell you're handsome. You know how it is. The prophet's not honored in his hometown, right?
Thank you.
When you come on my channel, they're going to tell you all of that. So thanks for having me once again.
You're
welcome. My name is Jackie, and I am a YouTuber. And I drop my videos on Jackie Travels, right? So today we want to talk about how you can move down to Lithuania. And as WKa&x doctor said, I'm going to tell you 3 ways you can get this done. So I'm going to start with the hardest way and then move down to the easiest, right? So if you want to know how to move down to Lithuania in 3 steps or 3 routes, you should watch this to the end. So the first one I want to talk about is the conventional one, where you apply for jobs, from your home country. You apply for jobs online and you get hired. When you have a job offer, you apply for your visa, your work visa, and you move down to Lithuania. So that is the first way you can do this. And every occupation, right, can apply for jobs in Lithuania. And then once you get a job offer, you move down. So I'm going to share websites where you can apply for jobs. These websites, the jobs that they advertise are open to foreign applicants, right? So do apply for them. And one thing I've noticed with Lithuania is that they are not like, when you're applying for jobs in like UK, Canada, because these countries are quite popular and many people from overseas apply for jobs. So you would usually see them, state in the job vacancies that they are open to applications from outside the country and things like that. They have visa sponsorship and whatnot. But in Lithuania, you may not really find that detail of information there. So any job at all, just keep applying, and, if you're valuable enough, obviously, they'll be open to hiring you from overseas, right? So we're going to drop those links in the description box. So that is one way to do it. Apply for your job, for jobs from your home country, get a job offer, apply for your visa, move down to Lithuania and start your job, okay? So I said that is the hardest because obviously everyone that is looking for a job overseas knows it's not like a walk in the park to get hired from overseas. So let's talk about the second way you can do this. You can apply for a visitor visa or a tourist visa to Lithuania. And Lithuania is in the Schengen zone. So the visa you're going to be applying for is the Schengen visa. This is a visa that allows you entry into all the countries in the Schengen zone, about 23 of them or 25, right? So you're going to be applying for this visa in the Lithuanian embassy in your country, right? And then when you arrive Lithuania is one of those rare countries that allows for tourists to settle in the country. So once you arrive in Lithuania, you begin your job search. You go look for a job, and there are jobs that you would get when you're in Lithuania that you may not get when you're outside, right? So you have access to more jobs when you're in the country. So when you arrive in Lithuania, you get this job, then you apply for your work permit. When your work permit is out, you start working. That's how it is. So that's the number 2 way, right? So the third one is like the easiest of all. You still apply for a Schengen visa, right? And then arrive in Lithuania, and then you can work without having a work permit. Like once you arrive, you find, who is going to hire you, and you can start work without having your work permit. But that is exclusive for people whose occupation is on the shortage list, right? So every country has labor shortage one way or another. And the one for Lithuania is very interesting. The kind of roles that they have in the shortage occupation list is very interesting. I'm going to show you some, and obviously leave the link in the description box as well, so you can check out the list. And if your occupation is listed, then you can move down to Lithuania and start working without having a work permit. And when I say without having a work permit, it's not like you're going to work there forever without having a work permit. It only means you can actually start working while you're processing your work permit, right? And your occupation is to be on the occupation list, the shortage list. So we have very interesting professions. There are about over 100. Yeah, over 100, almost 200 here. So I'm just going to pick some to just mention. We have bricklayer, we have carpenter, we have tiler, plumber, welder, locksmith, mechanizer, all those skill trades, right? They are in shortage over there. So anyone that has all these skills, you're really going to make it in Lithuania. And they also have it's a range. It goes from highly skilled to semi-skilled to maybe unskilled or something, because they have highly skilled jobs on the shortage occupation list as well, like aircraft, engine mechanic, things like that. So it's a very long list. There is electrician, butcher, baker, so you're a chef. They're going to have tailor, hairdresser, things like that. So one thing you can do, if you're not ready right now to move to Lithuania on one of these occupations, is something you can learn. I believe that if you put in 3 months, 6 months into something like this, you'll be able to know how to do it, and obviously get a trade certificate for it, like hairdressing, carpentry, welding, all these kind of things. So it's something you can actually prepare for. So if you don't have it right now and you really want to migrate, I think this is an easy way to find a pathway for you to move down to Lithuania. So it's very interesting. I find it very interesting. Now, it's not every country in the Schengen zone that you can go with a Schengen visa and settle. Not all the countries, allow that. But fortunately, it is legal in Lithuania to go on a Schengen visa and then settle in the country without having to go back to your country to apply for a work permit. So this is really interesting. And then one other thing, right? This one is for the highly skilled specialists, They have a relocation incentive. Like Lithuania is literally paying people to come into the country to work. And when I see things like this, that is an indication that they're really in need of foreign workers. I mean, for them to like put money aside to actually pay people to come into the country to work, I think that they really need you, if you would agree with me. So the amount for this, the financial incentive that they are giving to foreign workers that are highly skilled, to move down to Lithuania to work is 3,444 euros, right? Yeah, so move down to Lithuania to work and you get a relocation incentive of 3,444 euros, and you're eligible, to get this incentive after 6 months of working in the country. So it's not like once you touch down, you get it. And that is also to let you know they are really interested in people staying back, right? So after you worked for 6 months, then you're eligible to receive this relocation incentive. So that's so interesting.
That's amazing. That's and
yeah.
to also know that, I mean, there are no language requirements, and you're able to move with your family. That's what a lot of people want to know. Can I move with my family? Do I need to learn?
And no IELTS.
That makes, and no IELTS. That makes it very beautiful. Australia would ask for IELTS. Some of these other countries in Europe, Germany would say you need a certain level of German language.
Yes.
And stuff like that. And some
but for Lithuania, even though it's not an English-speaking country, right? They don't ask for, any proficiency in their language. You don't ask for that at all. Because most people, the young generation, most of them can speak English.
That's amazing. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel, Jackie, for some of my viewers who will be interested and wanting to know how they can watch your hot videos.
Okay, so my YouTube channel is Jackie Travels. So what I do on my channel is basically to open people's minds to opportunities that are available to them all around the world, so they can know that there are more opportunities than the ones they are used to, UK, Canada, US. Yeah, I share information on all of that, but I also try my best, to throw more light on other, underrated countries that are overlooked. I just share information on all of that, and I find like cheaper ways they can get this done, because relocation is not cheap. Anyhow you want to look at it, it costs a lot of money. So when you see like a whole family relocating, like, the family of 6 going to the UK, family of 10 going to Canada, it's a lot of money, that they had to spend to do that. So I always try to find opportunities that are quite affordable, so people don't need to break the bank to relocate. And I talk about how you can move for work, for study, and other pathways as well. There are other visas people can take advantage of that are not work or study visas. So I talk about all of that on my channel.
Amazing, folks. You've heard from Jackie. She's a specialist when it comes to this type of thing. So you want to check her up on YouTube. You would find her as Jackie Travels. Make sure you consume all her videos, and I'm sure they'll be very, very helpful. Look, thank you very much for coming again on my YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me once again. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, guys. Till I see you again on another episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.